Most of you watching currently spend way too much time testing random products, wasting your money on ad spend, and at the end you have little to no results to show, which if you're a beginner, we've all been there. Now, in this video, I'm going to go over the two main fundamentals that I use to generate over $104,000 within 90 days. And I will also be exposing, this is the exciting part, the exact product that I was selling to generate that amount of money. Very few people are doing this on YouTube, especially within the paid advertising segment of dropshipping. Now, let's hop into my computer where I will break everything down in much more detail. Okay, first, here are all of my numbers, and I will quickly take you to my Shopify dashboard and do a quick refresh just so you can see that the numbers are legit. So if I move over to Shopify, here are all of the numbers that you can see on the dashboard, and then I'm gonna quickly do a refresh just so you can see that I am not faking anything. Okay, so now that I've shown that, these are the two fundamentals that I use for this product. The first being the winning product criteria and how they related to my product, and the second being the advertising strategy that was used. Now, before I reveal what the product is, I'm going to quickly go over the winning product criteria, and this is something that I've spoken about at length in previous videos, but when you are able to implement this the right way, you'll start seeing a lot more sales coming through on your dashboard. Now, the first criteria that I ask myself is the product in a passionate niche? The best kind of passionate niches are the pet niche, beauty and care niche, or anything that's related to like body enhancements, and then the fitness niche. The second thing that I ask myself is there enough content out there that I can use to make banger ad creative videos? And lastly, does this product have a high upsell potential? This last one is by far the most important criteria, and I'm gonna break down each of these criteria and how it related to my winning product. Now, with that being said, it's time to reveal my winning product, and you are not going to believe what it is. You've probably scrolled past this 100 times and never would have thought that this generated me over $100,000. But now, without further ado, let me show you what this product is, and more importantly, why it worked so well for me. All right, it's the flying pet ball toy, which basically can be compressed into a frisbee disc shape, and then the pet owner can throw it and it expands in the air and basically lands on the ground as a ball. Now, the interesting part was, here is the AliExpress link for this product. Now, the important thing is at this stage that I'm at, I have a network of private suppliers that were able to source the product for much cheaper than AliExpress. And this is something that I give all of my students that are in my one-on-one mentoring program access to. The benefits of private suppliers are they can get the cost of a product down much cheaper than AliExpress, which helps a lot with your margin, especially as you scale the product. They also help with quality control of your product and making sure customers are getting their orders on time. Now, being that you've seen the product, I want to relate this back to our three main product criteria and break this down a little bit further. The reason why it matters that the product is in a passionate niche is because you need to first validate that there is a massive contingent of people that care about what you're selling and want what you're selling. Key words here are care and want. When you have a product that fulfills on both of those words, it brings the current barrier to entry that's preventing you from getting sales down dramatically. The pet niche in general is extremely passionate. However, if you narrow that down a little bit further, the pet toy niche is a highly concentrated portion of the pet niche with people that will buy literally anything for their pet if it means their pet will have a more active, healthy, and longer lifespan. That all comes down to how you market the product, and the craziest thing about all of this is this product is actually for kids. And that's how it was marketed for the longest time. I saw one other person selling this product as a toy for pets and followed that person's reframing of what the product was and who it was meant for. Now, the second criteria that we talked about involves the ad creative. Once I find a product and establish that it's in a passionate niche, I then go to TikTok and I type the product name in and see all of the content that pops up. So obviously, I'm sure everyone here is familiar with TikTok and what it looks like. So go to the search bar, type in whatever the product is, and then you're going to get bombarded with a bunch of high quality user generated content. And this is completely for free. Usually you have to pay hundreds of dollars to either ship out your product to an influencer or pay a video ad creative agency to make them for you. Right here, what I do is I then download whichever video that I find and then clip up bits of the video where the subject is using the product. And then I use my own Facebook ad creative structure to structure the video. Now, at first, don't try and be bougie by either paying a shit ton of money for someone to make content for you or waste a ton of your time trying to film this product by yourself, especially before having a proof of concept. I see a ton of dropshipping beginners fall into this trap where they just invest a ton of time or money into making the best ad creative, but if you don't have a proof of concept, it doesn't matter how good the ad creative is, the product just won't sell. So proof of concept means that you've already tested the product and can see sales rolling in. And then creating the first batch of ad creatives is much easier than you think. Use the resources available to you, aka all of the content that's online, and create your own video. Now, if you're in my mentoring program, I have an in-house editor that can make a super high converting structured video ad creative for you. However, the main fundamentals that you need for this ad creative structure is your target audience using the product. So for example, for this flying ball toy, I clipped content of this toy being used by dogs. And then I had a pet owner explaining the benefits of this product and how it helped their dog become, for example, more active, or how it reduced their boredom or anxiety, things of that nature. Now, this is going to be a pro tip. Generally speaking, with all of the experience that I have with my own products and overseeing all of my students' products, we generally see that women voices and faces tend to perform better than men for most products. So in this case, in my pet flying ball toy, I had a female pet owner explaining why the product was so good, and that's why it converted so well. Now, before I move on to the last criteria, which is, in my opinion, the most important factor to get right, if you're wondering if this strategy works for more than just myself and want to see additional proof of concepts of my strategy working for actual dropshipping beginners, I want you to watch both of the full-length case study student interview videos that I've done on my channel. So for example, Carlin here was a complete beginner and I got him to $40,000 a month, and Cabron down here was also another complete beginner. And I was able to take him from never getting sales to hitting his first $30,000 with drop shipping. And I have a bunch more of these results on my Instagram that you can check out. You know, it's one thing for me to show you my results, but when you can watch someone that was in the exact same shoes that you are currently in and was able to find success, it just opens your mind of opportunity completely. Now, to get back into the video, the last criteria is the upsell potential. And in my opinion, this is one of the most important aspects that your product needs to fulfill on. And this is also great for future-proofing your success with said product. This becomes even more important when you're selling a low-ticket product, because if they just buy one of your product, you won't make a ton of money. You'll most likely still be profitable if things are set up correctly, but you'll just have thin margins. However, the nice thing is you will get a lot of data and sales super quickly and for super cheap. Now, you'll start to make a shit ton of money when your upsells, which is why this aspect of your product needs to be on point. Right here, you're going to see the exact upsells that I ran for the flying ball toy. And as you can see, these are very basic creatives. Nothing crazy. I'm not a graphic designer or anything of that nature. It took me like 10 to 15 minutes in Canva. And the reason I use Canva is because I'm not a graphic designer. And for the post-purchase upsell, it literally was just us asking the customer if they wanted another flying ball toy. Now, here's the crazy part about this. And I know I've said crazy part a lot, but there's a lot that's interesting with this strategy that I run. Roughly $65,000 of that $104,000 in total revenue was just from upsells. And honestly, this store at the time wasn't even a main priority for me, because at that time I had a few other stores that were performing much better. So I really didn't even experiment or optimize the upsell funnel as much as I could have. Now, one of the main reasons I chose to test the flying ball toy is because there's a ton of complementary upsell products that you can use. Now, you can imagine with the pet niche, you can relate these products and find a complementary product pretty easy to sell alongside the main product. But another reason that I chose this product was because buying a second or third ball makes sense for a pet owner to do. Now, the product itself costs, just for one ball, $14 on AliExpress. But the crazy part is if someone buys a second or third ball, my private supplier would only charge me $3 to $4 for those extra balls. And I sold the bundle of 3 for $49.95. And that's where you make the bulk of your profit. It's all in the upsells. And that goes for more than just a low ticket. That goes for just drop shipping in general, high ticket or low ticket. Now, also, buying psychology will tell you when a customer buys one upsell, they are more than likely going to buy other upsells that are displayed in front of them, which is why having a pre and post purchase upsell funnel is key. For example, when running this product, that's exactly what I saw. If someone had selected the 2 or 3 ball bundle, they 9 times out of 10 also selected either the pre or post purchase upsell, if not both of them. So those orders started becoming cheaper and cheaper to fulfill, and I started making a lot more profit as I scaled. Now, lastly, to move over to the Facebook advertising strategy side of things, I implement what I call the gradual scale method. Now, what that means is you start with small ad spend budgets, generally $50 a day, and small interest group targeting. What this does is Facebook will start to target all of the low-hanging fruits and easy sale. At the end of the day, Facebook is directly incentivized to get you sales and put your ads in front of the right people because they know that the more sales they generate you, the more you'll spend on ads. Now, as you start to get sales, you start to gradually increase the ad spend budget, usually in either $50 or $100 increments. And the same goes for your interest targeting. You begin to target broader and broader audiences. Which is kind of why I call this the gradual scale method, because you're gradually scaling things that are working rather than just dumping a ton of money into marketing without first having a proof of concept, which goes back to testing your product before you invest a ton of money in ad creatives. Now, once you are able to tie everything that we kind of talked about in this video together, from the product selection, the ad strategy, you will start printing sales for your store. However, I do understand if all of this seems overwhelming and confusing, where you just don't know where to start. I completely get it, because if I got all of this information when I was a beginner, I wouldn't know where to start either, and I would just be overwhelmed. So it is okay. But this is exactly why I have a one-on-one mentoring program geared towards dropshipping beginners, where I personally walk them through everything that we went over in this video, from personally picking out the product that they begin to test with, walking you through the store setup, getting you in touch with my personal private suppliers, and of course, walking you through the testing and scaling phase on Facebook. So what I want you to do, only if this is something that you are going to take seriously, click the link in the description or pin comment and schedule a call with myself. And if we're a good fit, we'll start working together and simply hit the ground running.